For this week's education segment, Thoughtful Thursdays as we're going to call them now, I told y'all in the weekly astrology report that I was going to go ahead and post the minor aspects educational content that I wanted to, but I decided to hold off on that and talk about retrogrades instead, because I've noticed over the last week and a half, the retrograde conversation has hyped back up because of the Mercury retrograde, which is over-sensationalized as is. And people are talking some weird shit. Just saying. So the first things first that you need to know about retrogrades is, well, where the fuck they came from. Where astronomy and astrology collide is that a long time ago, people started noticing that when the Earth orbited around certain planets at certain times, that those planets started casting shadows, and it made it seem like they were appearing backwards, right? Well, where astrology broke away from astronomy is that people also started noticing that when those planets started looking like they were spinning backwards, shit started happening. Retrogrades tend to be very internalized, which all a retrograde means is that whatever this planet is causing on the outside is going to reflect you in the middle, okay? So take Jupiter, for example. Jupiter is the planet of luck, abundance, wealth, prosperity, as well as protection. And so when Jupiter goes retrograde, it tends to reflect themes of those areas internally within ourselves and how we process those areas of our lives, and then look at the sign of which the planet is under to figure out the theme of that area in your specific life. So here are 4 things that you need to be looking at for sure when looking at a potential retrograde that may affect you. 1. What's the status of the planet in whatever sign that it's in? Is it in domicile or is it in detriment? Is it in exaltation or is it in fall? Those things are important to know because if your planet doesn't feel happy in the sign that it's in, it's not going to be very fun for you either. Only certain planets in certain signs have those aspects, but in the case of the Mercury retrograde, Mercury is in exaltation in Virgo, so that means this retrograde's going to be a little nicer to us than the rest of them. Number 2, is the planet that you're looking at benefic, malefic, or neutral? Mars is considered a malefic placement. It can bring you some problems if you don't get that shit in check, right? But it can also be a powerful placement depending on how you use it. Take the Mars retrograde in Gemini last year. A lot of people struggled with overthinking, but if you could get past that and kind of pinpoint focus your way into doing what you needed to do, you had all the energy you needed to get whatever the fuck you wanted to get done. But that shit was a struggle though. What signs is the planet during its retrograde status going to encounter? We're going to go back to Mercury and Virgo for this. While Mercury is going retrograde in Virgo, it's going to become conjunct with Mars in Virgo. Mars does a little fairer in Virgo than in other placements, so it gets a less malefic quality while it's in Virgo because, you know, Venus is in fall in Virgo, and anything that says fuck you to Venus, Mars is like, yeah, they got a real love-hate relationship. The 4th and final question you need to ask yourself is it an interpersonal planet, is it a bridge planet, or is it an outer planet? Because that matters. Mercury, Venus, and Mars are your interpersonal placements, Jupiter is the bridge placement, and then Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto are your outer planets. Interpersonal placements are things that reach out and touch you directly in your life every single day. Mercury, your mind and how you talk about it. Venus, the relationships you have in your life and how you deal with your money. Mars, how you get shit done and, well, that carnal energy that you express at certain times with certain people. Jupiter is the planet of wisdom, expansion, protection, luck, abundance. It reaches out and touches everybody. Outer planets are collective themes or collective phases of your life. Like Saturn, the planet of time, the planet of seeing how the fuck you adjust in a society that's already made for you and how you break the chains of society that no longer serve you. Uranus, it's the Murphy's Law planet. Anything that can't happen will happen. It's chaos. Neptune, love, sex, drugs, and alcohol, spirituality, deception, and lies. And then Pluto, planet of death, transformation, and change. Can't nobody win against the game of death. Pluto always fucking wins. I just wish NASA would have realized that before they talk shit. Now, when it comes to timing of planetary retrogrades, right? Mercury goes retrograde every 3 to 4 months, so 3 to 4 times a year. Venus goes retrograde every 18 months. Mars goes retrograde every 2 years. Jupiter goes retrograde every 9 months. And then Saturn, Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto all go retrograde once a year, right around the same time frame. So, batter up on the list of retrogrades, let's talk about Mercury, shall we? We have a Mercury retrograde coming up in the sign of Virgo, so let's talk about it. Let's answer the 4 questions that I talked about earlier to tell you how this retrograde is going to go. So, we have Mercury in Virgo. Well, Mercury happens to be domicile in Gemini, exalted in Virgo, detriment in Sagittarius, and in fall in Pisces. So we know now that Mercury is exalted in Virgo, which means Mercury loves being in Virgo, dude. It's super happy there. So it's already got kind of a, we got this, we love being here jive to it. So not too bad, not too shabby. Mercury, however, is going to transit Mars, which is considered a malefic planet, but because it kind of gets a boost from being in Virgo, because let's be honest, Venus is in fall in Virgo, and anything Mars is in that doesn't like Venus is like, bet. So yeah, Mars is answering to Mercury because Mercury rules over Virgo, and as well as is exalted in Virgo. So yeah, Mars is like, yo, tell me what to do, friend. The enemy of my enemy is my fucking friend. Except Mars don't know that Mercury really chills with anybody they hang out with and turns into a benefic around Venus, but whatever. So now we know our questions. Mercury is in Virgo. It's considered an exaltation there, and it's going to be dealing with Mars, who's answering to it there. So it's not going to be too heavy of a transit, but we already know that Mercury rules over communication, logic, short-term travel, and how we communicate our intellect and those types of things. So expect foggy-headedness, expect headaches. Really don't try and be perfect at every single thing you do, and don't nitpick yourself when you can't, okay? Just do the best you can. That's all you can do, okay? Don't worry, I'll be covering y'all with the weekly astrology reports, how the Mercury retrograde is going to affect you. I know a lot of y'all are asking me about that, so breaking fourth wall for a second, just so y'all know. Also, be kind of cautious about your anxiety levels, because it will fuck up your stomach during this time. I'm a natal Mercury retrograde in Virgo, trust me, I know. For my acid reflux people, it never hurts to go to the store and get your ass some omeprazole. That's all I'm saying. Ways to combat the Mercury retrograde, simple. Write shit down that you need to get done and go by a list. If you're going somewhere or if you're moving, write a checklist and follow that checklist explicitly. Double check tires, double check spark plugs, make sure you got extras or shit that you need. Yeah, you'll be fine. Other than that, I mean, y'all are dope. And Mercury is exalted in Virgo, so it's not going to be too bad. Venus, the planet of love, the planet of money, the planet of how the fuck you deal in all of your relationships, whether they be with you or other people. Venus is a benefic planet, and Venus is domicile in both Taurus and Libra, and in detriment in both Scorpio and Aries. Venus is exalted in Pisces, and it's in fall in Virgo. Now pay attention to the Mars bit when it gets to that point, because you'll see why Mars really loves being in places that don't like Venus. Breaking fourth wall again. Venus overall rules over how you show your love and how you express it to other people as well as to you. And it's how you show and express your feelings towards money. Are you an overspender? Are you a neutral spender? Or are you like a Scrooge over here, right? Are you somebody who's really shy until you get to know somebody and then you're like, I love you forever, Leo? Yeah, Venus is how you express all of that shit. When Venus goes retrograde, it tends to take focus towards all that mushy-gushy stuff in the middle and makes you question why you feel so unloved. What areas do you feel unloved in? Who do you feel unloved with? And why the fuck are you there? It also questions the areas of your self-esteem and your self-confidence, because that's part of the relationship with yourself. And if you aren't loving yourself like you're loving other people, well, Venus is going to make you question all of that shit. It's a common stereotype that exes come back during the Venus retrograde more so than the Mercury retrograde, and in my humble opinion, they both come back about the same way because Mercury rules over communication. It also rules over information and technology, so yeah, text messages are not too wild out of the span of fucking Mercury, and well, you talk to your exes, so Mercury would have some influence on that, but Venus being relationships, I can see where it comes from too, but in that case, Mars would also be a part of that, but it would be more so for your fuck buddies. Venus being a benefic planet, its retrograde effects really are softened because of that. Also with Venus retrogrades, a lot of the time, lessons that force you to show compassion and grace to yourself are also present. That's because Venus is benefic, babe. So with this Venus retrograde in Leo currently happening, a lot of the themes revolving other retrogrades, the shit that Venus is throwing into it is life may bring you down, but how are you loving you during that process? And why are you blaming yourself for all the fucked up shit that's happening when 90% of it ain't even your damn fault? I'm just the messenger. Don't come at me. Mars, the planet of your carnal drive, the planet of how you get shit done, the planet of how the really good sexy time goes. The planet of your emotions on the intense level from one spectrum to the other. Like, you can be intensely as happy as you could be angry, that's all I'm saying. Mars is considered a malefic planet. Mars is an interpersonal planet just like Venus and Mercury. Mars is considered domicile in Aries and in Scorpio. It is considered in fall in Libra and in Taurus. Mars is exalted in Capricorn and in fall in Cancer. Now do y'all understand why I say where Mars is not welcome, Venus loves, and where Venus is not welcome, Mars loves? Because it's fucking true. My humble astrology opinion, the only places that rule does not count is between Capricorn and Mars, and that is when both Venus and Mars take on a kind of more neutrally aspect. I mean, they're still malefic and they're still benefic, depending on which planet you're talking about, but it depends on what's going on in the sign at the time to see how they express themselves within that energy. Venus doesn't like necessarily being in the Capricorn all the time, but the idea of daddy just sends tingles down her spine. Mars doesn't like necessarily being in Cancer, but it likes having its feelings hurt from time to time. So yeah, that's what I'm saying. So when Mars goes retrograde, it depends on where it's at, who's it interacting with, and what happens to be the energy there. But most of the time, the general theme is, I don't wanna fucking do anything. Disassociating on shit that you would much rather be doing and shit that's much more fun is a Mars thing to do, especially when it's in Gemini. Procrastination, being late for work, oversleeping on your alarms. Yeah, that's totally a Mars and retrograde thing. The Mars retrograde internally makes you reflect on all the shit that makes you go vroom vroom, right? What makes you intensely angry? What makes you intensely happy? What makes you intensely sad? Are those things that make those things happen worth it, my dude? That's what Mars makes you think about. Mars will also have those exes that were shitty ass partners, but really good in bed texting you. Remember that they were shitty ass partners, okay? That's all I'm saying. History does not excuse toxicity, even if the dick is good. Mars can be a really good time, just like Mercury, to evaluate projects you're doing, while with Mercury, you're evaluating how the project is built. With Mars, you're evaluating why the fuck you're putting so much energy into it, and if it's something you really want to fucking do like that. Good old Jupiter, the Mac Daddy of the entire goddamn solar system, right? Let's talk about its retrograde. So Jupiter is a benefic planet. It's considered the bridge planet. And it deals with the themes of, like, wisdom and how, like, much you've learned throughout the fucked up shit you've done, busting your face on every lesson that you were supposed to learn only once, but you ended up learning 27 different times. It's also relating to your luck, to your abundance, to your prosperity, as well as your general sense of protection, because some of us are clumsy as fuck and have Jupiter in detriment, and it shows. Jupiter's domicile in Sagittarius and Pisces, and in detriment in Gemini and Virgo. It's exalted in Cancer and in fall with Capricorn. So yeah, there's that. When it comes to Jupiter retrogrades, it tends to make a lot of people really start looking towards the past and kind of reevaluating all of the lessons they've learned, all of the wisdom they attained, right? And Jupiter tends to expand wherever it's at. So, because Jupiter is currently in Taurus and it's going to go retrograde on September 5th, all the way to December 13th in Taurus, a lot of the lessons that we're going to learn around creating our own inner peace and our own inner stability within ourselves, as well as our financial stability, because Taurus rules over love and money. It's the second house. Jupiter going retrograde will be the times where the universe or the stars or your spirit team or whatever you want to believe in will show you just how lucky you are, just how prosperous you are. And if you aren't being gratitudious enough, well, you'll learn why you need to be. Jupiter is a teacher overall. I mean, Zeus was like the creator and the master of the cosmos, right? Jupiter is considered the gateway to the heavens. So really, Jupiter retrogrades are an awesome time to get reconnected to your own spirituality. A lot of people think Neptune retrogrades for that. And Neptune retrogrades are a really good time as well, considering Neptune rules over spirituality, self-enlightenment versus self-destruction, such as the story of Pisces. But Jupiter will also make you connect in a much more inner wisdom sort of way, right? It's going to be the times where you have to rely on you and what you've learned. And Jupiter retrogrades can actually be very prosperous. Depending on where your Jupiter placement is at, you can see themes of bad luck, but for the most part, most people don't even really notice Jupiter's going retrograde most of the time because it happens every fucking year. If I had to pick my favorite retrograde season, it would be Jupiter for sure. Jupiter is the gentlest on my ass, and I am appreciative of the Mac Daddy. Dear old Mac Daddy Saturn. Everybody's got Saturn's name in their mouth because of the Saturn retrograde in Pisces. Saturn is domicile in Capricorn and Aquarius, and it's in fall in Cancer and Leo. And Saturn is exalted in Libra because of justice and fairness and the scales. And it's in fall in Aries because Aries is impulsive as shit. Saturn is based on the phases of your life, time. It's how you deal with structure in society and how you just go along with it. It's also how you break the chains of societal shit that no longer serves you or society for that damn matter. Saturn brings an authoritarian feel, and if Jupiter is the Mac Daddy teacher, fucking Saturn is that drill sergeant that's screaming at your ass. But if you make Saturn happy, Saturn will reward the shit out of you, okay? Now, Saturn really doesn't like being in Pisces too much because, well, Venus is exalted in Pisces, Jupiter rules Pisces, and Pisces tends to be way too free-flowing and way too hippie for Saturn, okay? Plus, with Neptune's influence there, Saturn is like, fuck. When Saturn goes retrograde, you are looking at all of the aspects of your life and all of the structures you have built for yourself to keep yourself safe. And are you being too strict with yourself in certain areas, or are you being too lax? Wherever Pisces is at in your chart is where it's being reflected. For me, it's in my 7th house. So that means all the bullshit my husband is going through, I learn lessons from it too. Motherfucking Pisces. Why'd I have to go and goddamn marry one? Let's be real. It's because they're cute and cuddly and they give good dick. End of story. Story from everybody who's dated a Pisces ever. Can they be toxic, though? Saturn retrogrades are going to be the times where you will learn to establish boundaries with anything, anyone, and everything that's going to make you go no to you. But Saturn retrogrades will also knock you in your ass to show you where you need to be putting more work in. The outer planets, during their retrogrades, will reflect on areas of your life. And that's the areas you need to do work in. And Saturn is no different. A lot of the time, also with Saturn retrogrades, it'll also be nostalgic, kind of like Jupiter, except you'll be a lot more focused on the question, what the fuck have I done with my life? Saturn retrogrades are the time where you see some people looking around at all their families and friends and all them people having babies and getting married, and they ain't got none of that, and they turn it around on themselves. That's some Saturn retrograde shit. I guess now it's time to talk about the planet of crazy. The planet of chaos. The planet of, if it can go wrong, it definitely gonna go wrong. Fucking Uranus. The word that makes every adult giggle like a goddamn 12-year-old. Now, this is the part where I tell you that this is the whole section where modern astrology comes into play, because Uranus wasn't even discovered as a planet until the early 1900s. Back in traditional astrology, the people back from the day didn't know anything past Saturn fucking existed, which is why Uranus, Neptune, and Pluto do not have the identifiers of benefic, malefic, or neutral. Because, yeah, they knew as fuck. Uranus is the modern ruler of Aquarius, so technically it's domicile in Aquarius, and it is detriment in Leo. Just like the sun is in detriment in Aquarius, and the sun is domicile in Leo. So, Uranus is the planet of chaos. It's the planet of Murphy's Law. It's the planet of the rebellious one, and the planet of, I do what the fuck I want. Uranus, when direct and doing its normal thing, is the one that causes to throw a wrench in your plans, and it's a Virgo's worst goddamn nightmare. When Uranus goes retrograde, you become a walking chaos gremlin, because all of that chaos goes from external to internal, and you're the one making changes in your life. So yeah, when Uranus goes retrograde, that's when you'll see some people reorganize their entire fucking house. And that's when you'll see the people who like to use Halloween decorations as house decorations come out in droves. The couples that were never supposed to die will die during a Uranus retrograde. Because normally, those are the couples that only show the highlight reel, and really there's some nefarious shit happening, and one of them gets sick of the other one's shit, and well, Uranus smiles. The Uranus retrograde is also a time when you'll see a lot of people who normally wouldn't go out and start advocating for change in areas that are important to them, suddenly start doing that. A lot of people view Uranus retrogrades as kind of a gnarly ass time, because you got people coming out who say they're allies, but then their allyship suddenly dies. Yeah, that's some Uranus retrograde shit right there. The Uranus retrograde is really a time to look at your life and use the chaotic energy that you have to be the fuel to change those things, right? If there's anything giving you unnecessary chaos in your life, Uranus is going to give you the energy to handle that. And it might be a little crazy, it might be a little out of the box, but it'll get fucking handled, because that'd be what Uranus fucking do. Neptune, another modern planet without a benefic, malefic, or neutral placement. It's up to the user to decide how that feels for them, just like with Uranus. But modernly it rules over Pisces, so therefore it would be modernly in detriment in Virgo. Neptune, it's a wildly mysterious planet. It can be the planet of self-enlightenment. It can also be the planet of self-detriment. It can be the planet of I got this shit, or it can be the planet of I don't got this shit. It's the planet of love, sex, drugs, alcohol, and all sorts of vices. It's the planet of deception and lies. But it's also the planet of fucking absolute honesty. Neptune is the woman that says, I can be anything you want me to be, daddy. Neptune can make you look at things from two wild ways. One, you're wildly looking at shit with rose-colored glasses. Everything that's too good to be true and is too good to be true isn't too good to be true to you, because you ignoring all the red flags, homie. And then you could look at things from a gray-colored glasses point of view, where you're a cynical fuck and you have a constant rain cloud over your head and you talking down about everything. You don't see the light of hope and nothing no more. Neptune is all about illusions, right? So Neptune can be represented by the guy who keeps smoking cigarettes on occasion but says he's not addicted but still keeps smoking on certain occasions. Neptune retrogrades can bring points of confusion where you have to trust your own intuition and trust your own inner voice in order to navigate through that shit. Therefore seeing the reality of the situation for what exactly it is. Neptune retrogrades will have you reevaluating your spirituality. It'll have you reevaluating your own intuition. Times where you start questioning whether your anxiety is your intuition or vice versa is probably during a Neptune retrograde. It could also be the moon acting funny, because, you know, the moon is in fall in Scorpio and in exaltation in Taurus. So, yeah. Neptune is also the planet that really knows how to knock people off of pedestals who don't belong there, but you put them there during a rose-colored glasses period. And then, after you knock them down off that pedestal, Neptune retrogrades are the ones to pull you out of that gray colored glasses period that you put yourself in after a fucking breakup. But nobody, and I mean nobody, knocks down a good Jenga tower like Pluto do. The little ice ball planet known as Pluto being the planet of death, transformation, and change. It's why in 2008, when NASA said Pluto was no longer a planet, the whole goddamn free world went to shit. Pluto, fun fact, isn't actually truly direct very long. It's got like a month of time before it's hitting one of the shadow periods of a Pluto retrograde. And Pluto retrogrades last about 6 months, so there's that. Pluto, when it's direct, is an asshole. It's a walking fucking tower moment, okay? Anything that needs to change in your life will do so very abruptly and very violently. That's why it's domicile in Scorpio and in detriment in fucking Taurus. Pluto, when it goes retrograde, goes internal and gets a much more gentle energy about it. Yes, the changes and the abruptness still kind of happen, but the changes are all internal, right? So anything that happens to you on the outside is going to be processed for your change internally. And that's why I call Pluto retrogrades the fucking retrograde of goddamn shadow work. Pluto is one of those planets like Uranus, Neptune, and Saturn that go retrograde religiously at right around the same time every year. So those themes of change just follow the themes from the year before for you based on your own chart. Pluto retrogrades can be an extremely transformative time for people, but Pluto retrogrades feed off of the other retrogrades going on around them, right? So the lessons that the other planets show you in their retrograde cycles will be the areas that the Pluto retrograde cycle kind of works with. Pay attention what happens in your life during Pluto retrogrades. If they stay in a centralized theme of your life, you may want to look at that during your therapy session. That's all I'm saying. But yeah, a lot of people don't really even bitch about Pluto retrogrades anymore because honestly, they're the gentlest ones and we're all so used to that energy by now. It's not even really that big of a deal. But I mention it in retrograde videos because the last time we fucking did, the world went to shit. And I'm not trying to have that kind of energy in my business. So yeah, Pluto is a valid planet. Yes, it's a little ice ball, but it will bring death and destruction if you don't acknowledge its existence. So now that we've finished all of the retrogrades, when you hear astrologers on TikTok or YouTube or Instagram or any of the social medias going, "Oh my God, there are 7 planets retrograde this month," you can know they're full of shit. Oh, and by the way, we only have 7 planetary retrogrades for like 3 days in August because Uranus goes retrograde on August 28th and Venus goes direct on September 3rd. So then we'll go back to 6 retrogrades and Mercury goes direct on September 15th. So then we'll go back to the standard 5 that we have every fucking year. And as always, thank you guys so much for watching my content. I really appreciate you. Please don't forget to leave a comment in the comment section. It boosts my algorithm and helps me get out there to more people.